I had so many clothes. It was insane. I had probably 30, 40, sometimes 50 pairs of shoes, tons and tons, over 20 or 30 t-shirts. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was a problem. What's up, guys? This is Sarah from the Mindful Minimalist. Welcome to my channel. Today is part 3 of our How to Minimalist series. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I have them linked below in the description. Go ahead and check those out. I'll also put them up in the cards for you as well. Today is part 3, which is how to minimize your wardrobe. So I know even just the thought of that can feel overwhelming, to start thinking about how you can declutter and minimize your wardrobe. Most people, in the US at least, which is where I'm from, most people have closets, dressers, storage, things in the attic. Like, it's insane how many clothes people typically have. And I'm not trying to shame people or call people out, because that was me just a few years ago as a teenager living in my mom's house. I had so many clothes. It was insane. I had probably 30, 40, sometimes 50 pairs of shoes, tons and tons, over 20 or 30 t-shirts. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was a problem, but I didn't realize it because that's considered pretty normal. However, since becoming a minimalist, I have drastically minimized and downsized my wardrobe, and I love it. I would never want to go back to the way I had my closet before as a teenager. So today I'm going to give you guys some tips and give you some questions to ask yourself as you're decluttering your own closet. So first of all, I want to start with a few questions. The first one is, does it fit? Now, I know being a mom, sometimes things fit, sometimes things don't. It depends on if you're postpartum, it depends on if you're pregnant, it depends on if you're trying to lose weight. Like, I get it. I totally get it. However, if you've had it for a year and you haven't worn it because it doesn't fit and it still doesn't fit, it might be time to let it go. I think a year is a good mark to go by. Now, if you are seeing the results, like you're losing weight left and right and you know you're going to be down to it pretty soon, sure, maybe hold on to it. But if it's something that, like, seriously does not fit at all and it's not even close, if it's been a year, it might be time to let it go. Question number 2 is, do I love how I look in this? Is it something that when you put it on, you feel confident, you feel amazing, you want to take a selfie, you want to go out on a date, or you want to just, go out on the town and do something? If it doesn't inspire you to feel that way, you shouldn't own it. Again, is it comfortable? This is kind of different, but do you like how you feel in it? So, like, for example, this shirt right here. Obviously, this does not inspire me to go out on a date or whatever, but I love how I feel in it. It makes me comfortable, so I like how I look in it. Does it match your style? So this is a big one, especially if you are interested in doing a capsule wardrobe, which is what I consider myself to have, having a very few number of clothing items. Do you have an overall style? Are you still trying to figure out who you are? Do you have things that look like they're for an emo punk rocker person, but then you also have like some frilly pink stuff? Then you have like this work attire, and then you have your yoga workout routine clothes, whatever. Like, who are you? What is your style? That's something that you should think about as you're decluttering, and try to see if you can narrow down what that style is for you. If something doesn't fall into that category of what your current style is, it's time to let it go. Number 4, do I have duplicates of this? Now, duplicates are not bad if you use them, but if you have 3 different shirts that are like the same but maybe a different color, if you have one that you love more than the others, get rid of the other 2. You don't have to have duplicates of all of these items. Or if you have maybe 2 winter coats, can you get by with 1 winter coat? So think about that as you're looking at your duplicates. Number 5, do I wear this frequently? Now, I'm going to let you decide what frequently means. For me, frequently would be like, do I wear this at least once a month or every other month, something like that. Or if it's like seasonal, do I wear it every year? If it's something you haven't worn in a year, it's probably time to let it go. I would even dare to say 6 months. unless it's seasonal. And then number 6, would I prefer a more streamlined, organized closet? I think most people would say yes to this question because who wouldn't want a more organized closet? If you have tons of things, it's so hard to find what you're looking for. It's hard to make a decision. By narrowing it down, you're going to be able to make decisions much more easily. Now, I want to leave you with one more final thought, and that's don't worry about the money you spent. So say you spent, I don't know, $50 on a dress, which I think is crazy because I love thrift stores and they're way cheaper. But say you spent $50 on a dress and you're just like, I cannot get rid of this thing. I spent so much money on it. Or a pair of shoes. Like, I spent so much money on these shoes. There's no way I can let them go. I would feel so guilty. Here's the thing. You already spent the money. The money's already gone. You're not getting the money back. But if you're not using the item, it's just sitting there. So you're going to feel guilty every time you see it because you know you should be wearing it. You feel guilty because you spent the money on it. Let it go. Don't worry about the money you spent because you can't get it back no matter what. It's gone. So my recommendation would be if you know someone who's in need, try to donate the clothes to them. We have a blessing box nearby. You could go and put some clothes in your blessing box if you have one. If not, you could donate it to a thrift store or a homeless shelter or something like that, and someone else can use it and would probably be very thankful and grateful to have it. So those are my tips for minimizing your wardrobe. I hope you find them helpful. Leave me a comment below to let me know if you have a minimalist wardrobe or if you're on the other side of the scale and you're working on minimizing and downsizing. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't seen my 2 previous wardrobe videos, I will also link those up for you in the card